Testing, testing, testing. Here we go. All right, so I think we're good. All right, so in the Caribbean, we love to burn incense, right? And so it's a sign of good luck. And I have Song of India. I'm West Indian, and so burn that a little bit. What up, man? What up, Rich? What's up, James? What's up? What's up? What's up? I gotta look sharp for you guys, right? I gotta show off a little bit for the new year. Thank you guys for being here. You guys just missed out on some of this room, right? So I'm gonna have some fun. I know some of you have no idea who I am, so I'm gonna introduce myself real quick. My name is Bevan. I've been doing this since 2016 as an advocate and educator in the hemp CBD space. I spent 8.5 years in the U.S. Navy here over in Norfolk, and I injured myself. Part of being in the Navy back then, everything was tendonitis. To give you some Motrin. And for those of you who know who've been following me for my journey, knows that the VA or even just regular society gives you pills, pills, pills. And so in 2016, I found CBD. Previously to that, I used the herb, right? But it wasn't until I found CBD helped me reduce some of the pain without me having to be using pills every day was eye-opening for me. And so it's been a very long journey of late nights, journey of just going for it, following my gut. I spent every dime I had over the past 4 years to be where I am today. I don't chase money. For me, it's all about being rich, right? Or realizing I create history. And so I say that because I get up every morning, I get to create my life, and I get to help people. And here in Richmond, I'm able to teach, and that has been a blessing for me because all the things I've learned over the past 4 years, I've been able to give back. And so I'm really grateful for the opportunity the community has been given to me. And so for me, it's all about continuing to focus on the positives and just help people. Because at the end of the day, it's about helping you, whether you're a regular consumer or you're a brand. As a consumer, there's a lot of bad players in the industry. And so one of the things that me and my team are doing is vetting the companies for you. When I first started, I reviewed the products that I tried and those that helped me. And I've been doing that ever since. I've evolved over the years. When I first started, I was doing reviews like constantly, spending 2 or 3 weeks of trying a product to see if it's helping me, to see how painful it works for me, and gotten to the point where I've decided that I needed to be better and evolve because reviews for me is not something that I wanted to do long term. It's always about education. And two, I'm very neutral. I like being in the middle. I help both consumers and brands alike. And so I find that doing reviews and getting paid for it is kind of counterintuitive to who I am as a person, right? And so this past week, somebody keep messaging me over on Instagram saying, "Hey Bevan, can you please review my product? How much?" I'm like, "Hey man, I don't do that, right?" Keep asking and asking and asking, and the old me would have just snapped on him and just tell him to be gone. But I was like, "Man, look, you have to come and look from my position, right? I do not want to put myself in a position where somebody's paying me for a review and then I am having that mindset where this product didn't help me at percentage that I think it was going to help me. So now I'm pressured because I got paid $500 to put out this review. Like I don't want to put myself in a position where I have to have that conversation with myself because then it leads me down a dark road of can people trust me? And so trust is everything for me. And so that's me. I've seen that companies would rather say, "Hey Bevan, here's $500 for a review," but they were rather not spend $100 or $200 to support my events, our events, or even these live streams that I've been putting together for the last 4 years. So that's what's going on. That's my story. If you want to know more, you can find me over at CBD.how, Great CBD Reviews on Instagram, even here at CBD.how on YouTube, on the other educational platform. And so I want to say thank you to all our sponsors. I'm really grateful for Georgetown Hemp. Georgetown Hemp has been supporting me since my Miami event that we put on for my nonprofit bee plant, and so I'm really grateful for them. They're a custom formulator located in Washington D.C. I highly recommend those of you in the D.C. Metro area to go check out Georgetown Hemp, georgetownhemp.com. Also, I want to thank you to CMI, Cultivated Minds Innovations, for supporting me since I was in San Diego. Really grateful. Thank you so much for doing things the right way. Also, I'd love to thank Cosset Wellness. Thank you so much for just continuing to help me. Cosset, one of the things I love about Cosset is it gives me the opportunity to help people, right? For me, I'm never going to own a CBD company, but at the end of the day, I will hope that I have access to a company that's willing to do things the right way and provide clean medicine, affordable medicine for those of you who need it. And so Cosset is kind of that brand that I'm able to really help and be on a journey as I'm going, helping the local community here in Richmond and also over in Africa. Like having that brand of stability that say, hey, this is a model brand that you can use is wonderful. So please check out Casa Wellness. And lastly, Choices. So Choices RVA is the platform here in Richmond that a group of individuals that came out to be planned event on February 29th last year. We had a nonprofit event on a leap year. And so they came supported. And lo and behold, I'm back here in Richmond and we're working together educating on how to grow plants. So I'm teaching the class. The class starts on January 18th. The second class starts on January 18th. So please come out and support Choices RVA, learn about hemp marketing, customer service, how to grow, merchant accounts, compliance, all the things that I've learned and the connections that I've made is available on the class. So yeah, I'm really grateful. So thank you all. Yeah, man, I've been through a journey. I'm James. It's been a long journey for me, right? I tell people like, hey, you got to go after what you want. Like I saw where my life was going. I've been blessed to have smoked weed with people on Saturday Night Live. I've been around like wealthy doctors, some of the top lawyers in the world, right? Especially in New York and California. And I've used everything that I've learned to help me be better. All the experience that I have in the military has really helped me become who I am today, right? And somebody who suffers with anxiety and depression, like being on camera, is something that, those of you who've been following my journey, like when I started, I hated being on camera. It was so like heart pounding, and that's what CBD has done for me. That's what hemp done for me. That's what being a spiritual person. It's been so wonderful to just grow and grow and grow and grow. And so yeah. So I appreciate you guys. So I know some of you got your COVID stimulus, right? Please, please, please use it wisely. I used the first one to help me continue to grow. I use it to help me launch Bevonco, which is my digital marketing agency, which is what I've been doing since 2005. And so it's I'm a realist, right? You guys know, like I'm a real. I'm 100%. I keep it real with you guys. I move fast. I go after what I want. I'm ambitious, and I get what I want. Like this event today, it's live. Even though we had the hiccups in the beginning, you saw I'm here now working this through this, right? And these are some things you have to know. That's what's coming. Like you cannot get into this industry if you do not and will not take the time to help yourself grow and put in the work. Like I've put in the work to get to where I'm at, and so it's time for you to do the same. So please use your stimulus money the right way, and then hey, you see the Cash App, the Venmo, drop $1 right there, please. Thank you. That will support the team. 600. Can you get a grow kit for $600? Yes, you can get a grow kit for $600. I recommend not like if you're gonna do it the right way or you want to be more advanced, I recommend getting a tent and then adding on to it, get some better lights. A majority of grow kits, the light is sufficient for like one or two plants, but if you want to grow three, four, five, six plants in a tent, especially in a 4x4 tent, I recommend getting proper lighting and proper gear. Yeah, so if you want to get on Zoom, right, and talk with me, please go to www.bevon.co/chat. Click that up here. All right, so one of the things I mentioned that I want to talk about banking real quick. So I lost one of my bank accounts back in right when COVID hit, and that was with a bank I will not name. I've been with the bank forever, and they know that about CBD. I'm about education. I don't sell a product. I'm here to help people, and I lost my account, and so I'm banking with Aslo, so azlo.com. A, and so what I like about the bank is I have the other company's CB reviews on there. I was wide open. They started the website CB how, and I was able to get account. So there are places that will allow you to get accounts, but you have to do things the right way. I recommend for those of you who start off to get a generic name, something earthy, something that doesn't have any CBD in it, something that doesn't have any hemp, which will help you along the way. And then be honest with whoever it is you're banking with, because they're gonna check you out. And last thing you want to do is get in 6 months later and you lose your account. So azlo.com. Another bank is Nova. Whoop, whoop, yep, exactly. So that's one of the tips right here. So one of the things I think it's important for us to understand is where we're going in 2021. And so the Hemp Roundtable put out a really great newsletter that I read, and I wanted to just some bullet points here so that you guys can understand. And I recommend following along so that way you can be in the know. Some of these platforms are really wonderful for you, and so U.S. Hemp Roundtable. And so one thing happened last year, right? The pandemic happened, and so the average prices of hemp CBD biomass, crude oil, and seeds declined between 75 to 125% since June 2019. A lot of bankruptcies happened, and too many farmers were left with large volumes of 2019 biomass that they couldn't sell. And so this happened for multiple reasons. For one, a lot of farmers went from growing, like say, potatoes or carrots, just to say hypothetically, they went from growing one crop and jumping to growing hemp, and they had no idea what they're doing. Like, for example, in the class that I'm working with choices, I am growing, I'm experimenting, and I'm learning which are the good genetics. And so I'm taking the time to know where I'm going, what triggers plants from either flowering really well or from not, or from dying. Over the past few weeks, I've gone a whole week without watering the plants, and majority of them still survive. So you have to put it through the motions. And a lot of these farmers just jumped in. A lot of them went out of business. Some of them end up, committing suicide, which is very regrettable. And now there's biomass for under $1 a pound. And some of the things that's really going on behind the scenes, like at some point, Costco, CVS, Walmart, Target, all the big brands will have CBD products. CVS here locally down the street from me has a CBD section, and this is what's coming. And as a consumer, you have to be aware that are you going to want to buy products from one of these big places that's manufactured highly, or are you going to support a small business that's able to give you proper quality medicine, right? And so as a brand, you have to worry about, hey, is this going to affect me in the long term where all of a sudden I'm selling my product for 40, 50, 60 bucks and CVS now may be selling it for 20 bucks, $25. How am I going to compete, right? And so that's all about branding and marketing. And one of the things we're doing over at Canaforce is able to help you with marketing. And so movement. on a bill called HR 8179. It's expected in early 2021, as well as a potential bill in the Senate that also provides a pathway for CBD as a food and beverage additive. The passage will result in explosion in retail opportunity, commodity price stabilization, and importantly, regulatory safeguards for consumers looking for products that they can trust. And what I've seen and others in the industry have seen that about 40 to 50% of the products on the market are actually not giving you what they say they're giving you. For example, they may say, hey, I sell 1,000 milligrams, but it's actually only maybe 400, 500. And I have a lot of blogs over on CBD how talking about this, talking about how some of these brands just like send you BS. And so it's very important that you have to check lab reports, like education, education, education. Cosset said an acre on average will produce roughly 1,740 pounds of plants, but a dry flower weight breaks about 3/4 of a pound, or about 1,305 pounds. Under 50 cents a pound, that makes an acre of hemp only worth $650 or so. No reason for high prices anymore. Exactly, exactly, exactly. And you can get a lot of material in kilos for under $600, $700. That's a kilo. That's a lot of CBD. Once you mix it with your carry oil, is just incredible to see some companies selling the products for $100, $200, $300 when because of the pandemic, there's not a lot of overhead. There's not a lot of stores. I've been warning the industry that everything is going online and digital, and so now is the time for you to strategize on giving people affordable prices and quality product without having, them having to wonder, hey, can I really, maybe not eat food this month because I want to get my CBD product because I'm in pain. Hemp Bomb sells 1K tinctures for $200. Yeah, I've called them out when I first started. Those are one of the companies. They was like begging me to review the products. I gave them a review, when I first started, and as I got to know the company, I just saw who they really was. Right, it was just really bad. I'm so grateful that I stuck to my gut and I focused on education and helping people because 6 7 months later, I believe it was, I ended up having to call them out on some of the BS. Some of the products said 20 milligrams is actually 4 milligrams, and so this is what happens. I'll sell you 3,500 milligrams for 60 bucks. That's so funny. Yeah, so there's a lot of regulations that's going on in the industry. There's a lot of state legislative progress. A lot of it is on the good, on the bad. If you go to the previous video that we had for the Canaforce event back in November on this channel, you can watch the whole event. It's about 3 hours long, and we talk a lot about regulations on there. And so there's things happening in the industry to bring forward change. Here in Virginia, cannabis is getting to be recreationalized over the next year, and so I'm excited for that. And this is what's happening in different states. It's coming. New Jersey, Arizona, a lot of these other states passed the laws over the election season, and so money is here. Money is coming. It's a perfect opportunity for you to get into the industry, whether as a consumer getting to find better product or as a brand. There's a lot of ways for you to earn a living and support your family. And it's not always about growing. It's all about being around the industry. For me, I want to grow for educational purposes. And I just started doing that past few months. But I've built many platforms around the planet to help people. You guys are so much fun, right? But yeah. So one of the things about the DEA. So the DEA, they really consider the plant a Schedule One controlled substance. Even the Secretary of Agriculture realized this, right? And so this year we have a lot of positive with President-elect Biden. Is going to change a lot of laws, and so the DEA may end up loosening some of the regulations, and so we'll keep an eye on out for that. And then yeah, so lastly, the transition officials have been meeting with the U.S. hemp roundtable leaders and have indicated their strong support for hemp farmers and businesses. Meanwhile, Congress is signaling to the new administration that the USDA shall revamp its interim final rule by extending the ability for states to use authority to operate under the more flexible 2014 Farm Bill requirements and by passing report language which urges the agency to ensure that the final rule is much more farmer friendly. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that farmers want a higher THC level, and so a lot of people really want that, and so hopefully that will be viable. And no, fingers crossed, right? And last thing right here. So it's been a difficult year for people of color, right? And so hopefully next year, well, actually 2021 is going to be better. And speaking as somebody who's black, right, being in the industry, it's it's hard. Like I have to work, 10 times more than my counterparts who are not black. And so yes, I deal with a lot. I deal with hate. I deal with drama. I've dealt with death threats. I've had people go after my family, being somebody in the public. But that hasn't stopped me from doing what I need to do. It hasn't stopped me from just going after my dreams. And so, those of you who use things as an excuse are making excuses. And so I can say that because I've like followed my dream. So my first thing I can tell you, like I have a really good friend who watches the channel, and 2 years ago I told her, please write your book. She's been writing forever, and she never really did a book. Like 2 years now, she's still waiting. And look at that right here, CBD for beginners, right? This is like everyone who have gotten this book, bought this book, who supported this book, has been the feedback has been really positive. There's some things here that's going to be updated, but I went after and I did it right, and so I'm helping people. There's at the event in San Diego for B Plan, two ladies they snuck into the event right, which was pretty cute, and they was like, thank you so much for all this information here. There's things like cytochrome P450 enzyme, like if you're a medication. So, and you can't, let me put this the right way. There's certain drugs that you cannot take CBD isolate with and mix. It will affect you if you're on blood thinners, blood control, blood pressure medicine. Some of you women who are on birth control, there are SS, uh, statins and all these other just drugs that you shouldn't be taking with CBD, right? And so the way it works is talking to some of the physicians and doctors is wait a couple hours. So anywhere from 2 to 4 hours, we recommend taking CBD after, right? And then the thing is, do not. The recommendation is taking full spectrum over CBD because CBD is no longer just the main ingredient in full spectrum as it is in CBD isolate. And this is just talking from with doctors and physicians and pharmacists. So all the information is in the book. You can go to CBDHow cbd.how/book or also on Amazon. And then another grow book here. Me and my buddy Jay, we put it together. So thank you, Jay, for this book on how to grow. And it's some photos in here. Teach you how to grow CBD indoors. Like I said, we're working on upgrading this book. These two are living books. Um, the new Hemp for Beginners is coming, and then Grow Hemp Indoors is also coming. So go after your dreams, people. Please, please, please. I've done it, and so I really recommend. I really recommend it. All right, can you talk about Canaforce some more? I love the podcast and the rich guy. Sure. So Canaforce is our business development. Like I said, I love to be educated. I love just learning everything I can that's going on in the industry, outside of the industry, and I look to see where the future is going, right? And so one of the things that I enjoy doing is helping brands. And so Canaforce is our online community for brands and consumers. So for the consumers, we have a forum where you can talk about glass, talk about hemp, CBD. We talk about like vaping equipment, question answer. If you want to learn how to grow, there's a forum for that, and that's all launching on January 18th. Then we also have a resources page for business members where you can get the monthly consultation that you need at affordable cost, right? It only starts at $19.99 a month. And then we also have a resources page on there for you where we have documents that you need to help your brand grow. Things like sexual harassment, recall plans. It's all there for you, and it's very affordable. And that's what kind of puts it there. So I'm really grateful for the team. We also have a podcast called The Green Journey with Mike, Will, and Rob. And please check it out here on the same YouTube platform. It's hilarious. We're going to be talking about just everything, help you guys on your journey of herb medicine. And so that's what Canada Force is all about. Licensing is coming, yes. So here in Virginia, getting a hemp license to grow starts at $150. Manufacturing it is $200, and then being a dealer is $250. In Florida, it's $600 and change, and in other states, it's gonna add up. And over the coming years, it's slowly gonna go up. I recommend you please get your license if you want to grow, so that way you can be legal. Vape ban and shipping pass and COVID bill. The company just got $170,000 of glass bangers, nectar collectors, etc., stopped at customs and won't be going forward to recipient. Whoa! Are they able to get reimbursement? Is there anything here? Can you please elaborate? Huge changes for the industry at all levels coming from stuff snuck into COVID bill, not just cannabis and CBD, but now glassware, batteries, etc. will be affected. I know part of the bill, I believe it was page 5,136, had information on vape and uh, vape devices. A lot of the friends I've talked to was scared, but part of me reading it, I think it's going to target those who have the disposable vapes. So if you sell like a cartridge or a battery, for example, there might be some leeway, but we'll see what happens with it. I know some people may end up, you know, getting this out there, and as lobbyists, we get to the point where we can sue for this and see that maybe, hopefully, things will change. The same company has many products seized at other ports. Yeah, it's crazy. Like this is why you have to get your stuff together. This is why you have to do things the right way because regulations is here. It's not coming. It is here. And so, like, I really wanted to just talk briefly about why it's important to go after your dreams, right? Like I said, real wealth is freedom. Freedom for me is being able to get up in the morning and just do what I want. Do my recordings, help people, and not struggle through a 9 to 5, right? As a business owner, you have freedom to do what you want. If you're doing this full time right now, and you can't use the excuse that is you have no free time because pandemic, right? You have nowhere to go. We're all stuck inside right now, and so like go after your brand, go after it. Like think about where you want to go long term with your brand, because your brand matters, not just your logo, not just your Instagram profile, but the quality of work that you put into it. If you're not willing to have a website or make products in a clean environment, then why are you here to help people? And so that's my um, that's my take on it. And so we're gonna have a brief intermission. Please relax. And those of you who want to come, hey James, I know you want to sponsor tonight. I see Cosset in here. Come up over on Zoom and let's know. Let's chat real quick, talk to people, and www.bevon.co/chat.
What's up? What's up?
All right. All right, we're back. So I got in my Zoom chat. What up, James? How's it going, man?
Pretty good, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you, man. Thank you for being here, brother. Like, so I know you guys can't see James, but James is the owner of CMI, one of our sponsors today. So, James, thank you for being here.
Thank you, man. Thank you. It's an honor you invited me. Congratulations on all your endeavors.
Yeah, man. Thanks, man. So, can you tell everybody who you are?
So yeah, I'm one of the core founding members and CEO of the company, Cultivated Minds Innovation. We're a small business and brand we established back in 2015, officially by 2016. We established it as a brand first, then we became a fully licensed LLC. Then we actually became trademark as of 2019. So it's been a journey for us. We started by making official CBD products. We started by making it out of cannabis, but then with the laws and everything and the governing changes, we evolved and adapted. Our primary focus was finding high CBD levels. So once we were able to find CBD extract like isolate, we were able to derive them into products. Our focus is really the it's been a journey. It's kind of hard to elaborate in a long thing, but our focus is really to provide affordable products to people in the central LA community. We started with honest intentions by being patient zero and making products for people like my mother. Um, our goal is to get them off of opioids and addictive medicines in our neighborhood. So that's been our primary focus over the years. And because of that, we've been, around, for over quite some time.
Yeah, man. Wonderful, man. Congrats, dude. I've known you for what, almost a year now, right? And
Almost like
so,
about a year and a half, too. Yeah.
yeah, so congrats, man. I'm really grateful. And the funny thing is, you met me over on Reddit, right? And
Yeah, yeah,
that was,
yeah.
you see, this is why I say that you have to network. You have to get out there and put yourself out there. Like James was like, we were chatting over on Reddit, and he came out, supported, met me in person at one of the events, and we've been kicking it, helping each other ever since. And so, yeah, man. And also, congrats for getting on your trademark done, man. That was a highlight of last year. How was that for you?
It was surreal because for us, it took us not many people must know who are just up and coming brands. It's not easy to get your brand trademarked. The government will reject it many times, and it took us about 3 years to even try. Ultimately, I almost gave up on it, but my lawyer kept on pushing and saying, no, we're going to shoot for the perfect window. And, I guess through the highlight of 2019, right in the beginning of March to June, that's when we got the final notice and we got in the letter and it said, hey, we got it approved. And that's pretty big for a CBD brand because a lot of companies can't get their trademark, and it just made us more official, and it gives us honest means that we're backed by the city as getting our business papers now backed by our trademark, and it makes us feel like we're more official.
Yeah, and I love the logo, the spacesuit, and the helmet. It's wonderful to see like all the hard work you put in over the years. Like remember when COVID hit, we was talking and like, man, we the veterans now, right? Like we
Yeah.
survived, right? That was that was so funny, man. That was like it felt really good. It felt really good.
Yeah, it felt like a fight of multiple companies because you've seen a lot of companies back in the day would do any type of ways to get the promotion up through celebrity means, through paid advertisement, and it seemed that the underdog couldn't win, certain fights. But then, one day you get that right hook, and you're the last one standing, and it makes you feel nice that that you're still standing.
Yeah, it does. And like I said, for me, 2020 was a great year, right? Even though things happened, but we survived. We made it to 2021. A lot of the companies that I've been supporting and following over the past 4 years, some of them are gone. I remember all the interviews I've been doing on Instagram where I've talked to others, they're just gone. And you should be reminded that those of us who are here should be grateful. And so, yeah, man.
Yeah.
So, any big plans for the new year?
Brand expansion. We're just focusing on getting in a ton of more shops. A lot of shops that have been shut down or been sleeping. They've been start calling us, calling us back. So within the last month, we've already signed up to 3 stores. So we're just trying to push forward with our brand, and I think it's from all of the good that we did last year. Um, it was just like as you put it, be involved in community and community be involved with you, and that's all we did. And all last year we was focused on just giving back, and by doing a lot of charity drives, toy drives, giving back to the community, and it's coming back. So a lot of business owners saying that, yeah, we want to work with your brand, and that's the thing that I can say with other brands that want to get involved. If you want to get involved and you want to get in places, you can't just pop up at stores. You gotta focus on being involved in community, being involved in events. Um, but as far as us, we just got a lot of things planned. We're going to be dropping new products. Now we got everything set up. New products every once a month, hopefully. And we can't do events right now because it's still because of COVID. We're still in Cali, but we got a lot of things planned right now. Just a lot of expansions.
Yeah, man. Congrats, man. Thank you so much for just joining here, and I appreciate you taking the time. And you can find them at www.cmi.life, right?
Yes.
So,
And you can find us under just CMI CBD, but really CMI .life. And you can always look us up under the Moon Man.
nice, man. So, Rich, who's here in the chat and Zoom, says, "Come on down to Houston. We can hold events here."
Oh, definitely. Definitely be flying out to Houston.
Yeah, we have to do a nice guys trip down in Texas and go hang out and do some networking.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And for any people that's trying to get their brands up, I would suggest go to Bevon. You've had people's back through day and day, and certain experience just like I do, and it's tough for a minority to get into the hemp space. And as we're pushing through, we got to still keep persevering and educating ourselves as well.
Yep, exactly. Thanks, man. Appreciate it, support, man, and I'm really grateful.
No problem, man. You have a blessed one. And congratulations to your new website, man. Congratulations to everything that you got going on and shit.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. On the 18th, we're dropping all our goodies, and so I'm excited for the next 17 days. A lot of hard work ahead, and something for the community, and I think everybody will love it.
Dope, dope. I love it, man. I'll be involved. So keep me posted on anything you're doing, man. And hey, I like to know anything else that's going on. So I'll keep on watching.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you.
No problem, man. You have a blessed one.
You too. Later. Yeah, that was nice, right? And so this is why I love doing what I do. It's all about helping people, connecting with others, networking. And this new journey here on YouTube, it's a little nervous, but it felt like it's the right move to do, and I'm really grateful. I'm doing this once a week, every Friday, 8 p.m. I'm really excited to just continue to help the community. Those of you who need the help, or those of you who want to just basic questions when it comes to CBD, just ask. I'm here to help. It's never a dumb question. It's with so many people online giving you bad information, having a trusted source is a good place to go. So, yeah, hey Rich, are you gonna say anything? I know you're here in Zoom chat.
What?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, man. How's the new year treating you?
Oh, I was watching. What was I watching? 12 Hard last night at 12:01. All the fireworks and the gunshots going off in Houston. I mean, typical Houston New Year's. But yeah, I woke up sober, no hungover. I think I got gluten yesterday though at the sushi place, so my stomach was a little messed up. But other than that, man, it was pretty good.
It's good. It's
Pretty
good.
down to earth.
Yeah.
So
So you know who's on the phone right now is Rich. If you watched our Green Journey podcast on this channel, Rich is on there. So say hi, Rich. Tell everybody who you are a little bit, and how long you been using CBD.
hi everybody, I'm Richard. I met Bevan probably 2 years ago, just through the internet. Um, Shared some similar stories about the Navy, the VA, the pills, and I started using CBD back in 2016. I don't know how it really popped up to me. I think it was one of those stupid internet ads, and I was like, "Oh, CBD looks better than popping pills. Let's see what this has got to do." So I went down a rabbit hole and started trying, and ever since then, it's been one thing after the other. Just constantly learning what's going on about this business. Yeah, I'm on the green journey with Bevan, Mike, and Rob, and just having a good time trying to help educate and learn as much as possible. So, but I live in Houston, Texas, and as one of the few states that doesn't have cannabis legalized, so we're kind of envy down here about like you guys getting legalized. But I don't really think it's stopping people from smoking down here because everywhere you go, people are smoking weed out in public. So it's kind of a funny thing.
How did you feel when the initial banned smokable hemp down in Texas?
I honestly just don't think people care about it. They just don't do it. It's there's bigger things to worry about than somebody smoking a joint or smoking hemp. I live in the third largest city. I mean, if cops really gonna get pissed off at somebody smoking a joint or some hemp CBD outside, then that's his issue, not mine, man. So yeah, like I said, Houston's decriminalized a lot of the stuff, so they're really not really looking towards it. So I mean, that's a minor issue over here. I mean, you really got to go to like Brazoria County to get in trouble for that stuff.
Yeah, that's it's a lot of like that in most states, but hopefully Texas get together and fully go legal, right, by the state level.
I
That's
think it's going to happen sooner rather than later.
really
So I think it's going to happen sooner rather than later. I mean, it's just more of a push. As we talked about, like on the podcast, I mean, the only way this thing doesn't stay legal is if Oklahoma, Louisiana, and Arkansas, all the money gets pumped in the Texas legislature to keep it illegal because they're funding to keep it illegal. So they know they're going to lose a lot of money from Texas going over to the other states doing it. It's just like the gambling out in Louisiana, how much influence they have on not to legalize the gambling over here. So, you know,
yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But as soon as they legalize, have a little party out there, come out there. But yeah, man, thanks so much for just coming here and hanging with me tonight, man. I appreciate it.
yeah, James, anytime you want to roll down to Houston, man, I'll do anything with you down here. So, you know, got to educate some people down here, man. It's still funny how people just they simulate CBD as a THC, and they think you're gonna get stoned off your mind just off of taking a little droplet of CBD. I live in the Bible Belt, bro. It's like, what can I say? So it's, you know, my parents still look at me like you're still gonna smoke that green lettuce. I'm like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I ain't taking no pill.
I want to hire Richard for Texas sales. He's like a stand-up guy. There you go, Rich. Cosset wants to hire you, man.
Oh, thanks, Mike. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, Rich, man.
Oh, I look forward to doing everything with you this year, man. It's gonna be a fun ride, and definitely my mind's kind of blown sometimes with the way you teach us. And yeah, I'm a rookie in all this.
Yeah, man, we're gonna go get this money. Time to get this money. 2021 is about getting this money.
Yeah, well, that's what we're all about, man. Just
Yeah,
growing. So
yeah, appreciate it, man.
yeah,
All right, all right. So really grateful. Thanks to you for those of you who joined in and hang out with me. Those of you watching this, like now, 5 years from the future, this is how I started on YouTube officially. It's 2021, January 1st. Happy New Year's. I'm really grateful for all your support. Those of you who've been rocking with me for the past 4 years, this is year 5 and a couple months for me. I'm really, really grateful. Got so many great things coming out. In 2021, I'm excited to just launch all the different platforms to help you, the community. And so I'm always grateful, right? I feel blessed, and so thank you so much for the support always. And yeah, man, have a good day. We're gonna roll out and see you guys next Friday.